Hi, this is Andrea with Northern Whimsy Art Studio, and this is the Chickadee Mosaic kit. This kit is recommended for children or adults over 12, just due to the sharp glass. Parents can use their judgment if children are capable of doing this project without getting hurt. Included in this kit is black glass, a cup of white glass with some ball chain and an eye, gray glass, and some ivory tan glass here. You'll also have a cup of glue and a popsicle stick for this portion. The cup of grout and the sponge and other popsicle stick are going to be used for the grouting portion, which we won't do at this time. We'll wait a few hours for the glue to be totally clear. Usually this is 3 to 4 hours, or even can be up to 12 depending on how thick the glue was put on. So usually the best day, or the next day, is the best just to go by as far as when you can grout. The grouting video for this will be watching the Mosaic Mousse grouting video. The process will be the same for that one as it is for this one. So not included in this kit is you're going to need a pencil, and you're also going to need a pair of rubber gloves for grouting, and also a soft t-shirt or just rag that you can throw away, soft rag that you can throw away at the end. That will be used for the grouting. So for now, I've gone ahead and drawn my lines on. I'll show you what I did there. So I start with just marking off where the beak is going to be. That's pretty easy. So then I make a dot at the top of the beak, and I make a dot about 1/2 inch from where this crevice is, or the divot where the back of the wing or back of the neck is at, right there. And about 1/2 inch up from that, make a little dot. And what I'm going to do is kind of make an S curve between these two dots. And that will give me my black cap for the chickadee. Okay, so we're going to use that same dot right here, and we're going to start in that crevice right there for the back of the neck, or the divot, and we're going to make another S curve, and a little deeper on this one than we did on this one. So it's going to go a little deeper right here in the neck. But for the most part, follow that curve. So from there, I'm going to just go about, not quite halfway, so halfway would be about here. So about 1/2 inch from halfway, and I'm just going to go over and make this about 1/2 inch, a little over 1/2 inch right there, and just to make that little black patch there on their neck as well. Okay, so just up from the middle on this little patch from this line to this line, just up from the middle, I'm going to make a line all the way to where the tail comes down to the legs there. So just the top of the legs. And I'm going to make the belly there. Okay, you can see I have some drawings on here. This is for just kind of the whimsical portion. You can put on here. I changed this a little bit, so I'll show you what I did. But I went ahead and did this curve. So just coming out and drawing a swirl. I have glue on here because I started it and then decided I wanted to do something different, which happens often. So this one, I'm actually going to abandon this swirl here, and I'm actually going to take this one and I'm going to draw a line back and make it curve down. Just a little more organic here. I didn't like the first one. So ignoring this bottom line here, but starting from the belly, so about 3/4 of an inch here, coming down, and then coming all the way back into a curve this direction. So this one is curving down. I'll hold it right here. So this one is going to curve down towards his feet. This one's going to come up and curve up towards his head. Okay, and ignoring my scribbles underneath. Okay, the feet we don't really need to mark anything there. You can separate, but we're going to do a little more zigzag there and not have it quite so clean cut. So where his feathers come down on to covering his feet just a little bit. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to put some glue on those lines. Starting out one at a time. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna put that our chain in here. We have two separate chains, so one of them is longer than the other. We're going for the longer chain. Okay, so I lay them out and find out which one's longer. I'm going to take this one here, and that's going to be my first one here. And I'm going to start it right at that line here and just weave it around. Try not to roll it around in the glue. You want to try to keep the glue off of the top of it. And just bringing it in until it looks how I want it to look. Nice curves. Originally I was going to use beads on this and decided it was easier to control the chain on this, so I changed my direction there. Okay, so then gluing this one. Okay, and starting right at the back of this other swirl, and you can choose not to do these swirls if you don't like the swirl on the chickadee's wings. Okay, and I'm gonna bring that in just a little. And because we're using chain, you're gonna have to just adjust and use those lines as guides. They're not gonna be exact. But I think I like how that looks, so I'm gonna leave that. So then I'm gonna bring some glue inside that and try not to get it on top of the chain, so just carefully going inside. And I'll start filling that in with the gray glass. Picking little round pieces and just starting anywhere in there. And trying to follow that round curve there, finding pieces that have a little bit of an arch to them and working my way around. Leaving space in between my glass. I'm not totally filling in. Picking out some of these little tiny pieces that'll be good for some of this. Oh, that one's not a little tiny piece. For some of the smaller spaces. This one will work in here. Just figuring out which ones are going to fit best. You can use a pair of tweezers for this. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in all the gray around the chain pieces. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fill in this white here and put the eye in. And then that way I can just kind of work my way out from there. I don't want to start working on the black and then have to go back in and fill in the white through there, because you're going to be working over yourself here. So I'll start in and work my way out here. So I'm going to put some glue in that area where I want my white. Just trying to stay in the lines best I can. Okay. And then my little tiny eye is in with the white, so I'll pull it out. Okay. And now I'm going to find some triangle pieces that kind of have that curve to go at the back. To go right here. And then also at the front of this white. Okay. So then I'll just fill this in. After this, I will go ahead and fill in the black for the black cap, the black for this neck part, and then I will do the beak and keep working my way and work my way down here. Okay, so I worked my way and did the head, the black cap, the neck piece there and the beak. So the next thing I did was come down the chest and work that. So I'm almost done with the tan color on the chest, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick some pieces that go vertically, and what I'm gonna do is leave some space in between for the legs to kind of come up a little bit in between that. So filling in a little more here. And just leaving some spaces for those legs so that it's not just a straight line across for the feet, but letting it be a little more organic. Where it looks like the feathers are coming down. Actually, I'm going to take this piece off. It's too big. Remembering to leave space in between for grout. Using my pencil just to kind of move these pieces around a little bit. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to kind of have the black going up into that just a little bit for the feet. Okay. So picking some pieces that have a little bit of a sharper point to them to kind of go up into the little areas there. And then picking pieces that work well for the feet. Okay, all right. And that is our chickadee. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to email me at northernwhimsyart@gmail.com, or you can use Facebook Messenger. Thanks so much for purchasing your mosaic kits. Have a great day. Thanks.